Okay, so this is a SAR working. It's a SAR jar, Discord jar, whatever you want to call it. um, Basically, I have a client and she's with a guy, and there's other females in the picture, and he's sort of toing and froing, and we want these females, basically, to go away kind of thing, and we want him to lose interest as well. So I think the first really good way of addressing this would be to bind the females. And I've got a little petition put together where I basically said that he has no interest in them. He only has eyes for his partner, and they will just fade away into the, distance, never to be heard of again. I've put on, there's quite a few females here, and I have their photographs in front of me. I've put banish oil on them, and I've put block communication oil and control oil, hot foot oil as well, because we want to get them moving away. So that's all been put on these photographs. And so I'm wondering what way to work this. Should I put his picture? Yeah, I'll put his photograph. But make sure that the photos are not, you're not looking into. One moment, sorry. Apologies. I have just so many photographs here, and I also got a piece of paper and I put on it all other females. Basically, that addresses every female other than the client. So never put them face to face. So I've got his photograph on top of theirs, so they're not looking at each other, because I only use that for kind of like, love bindings, etc. So I'm folding away from myself like so, and then I'm going to probably just fold it once anti-clockwise, and you're going to need a red, that's not red, that's black. You're going to need black yarn, black thread, black ribbon, and I'm basically saying that always women will go away. I bind you from interfering in the relationship of this man. I bind you from doing any harm. I send you away. You will no longer interfere in this relationship. You will all go. And so it is done. Okay. I'm just putting 3 little knots in that. Oh, come on. So fiddly. So basically, as you know, on the petition, I said something similar. He only has eyes for his partner, and they're emotionally, spiritually at one with each other. So I've put it in there. Okay. So we're going to need vinegar. I like using this dark vinegar. Any vinegar will do. One moment. Oh, there's something. I have to crack it open. 1 second. Okay, so I'm just pouring that in there whilst visualizing these women going their separate directions in life. Okay. I'm going to put in lime juice. Lime juice is really good for the sour aspect as well. 1 second. We could use fresh lime, that's fine too. I'm just trying to leave a bit of a gap at the top, because these jars have a tendency to blow. Now I'm putting in alum powder, ALUM, because a lot of people don't know how to spell it. I'll just put a chunk of it in. Go on. Alum powder, like I've said before in videos, is really good if you want to shut someone up. If someone is giving you a hard time and it's, they're just constantly yapping, or they're constantly talking to people in your family that you don't want them to talk to, that's really good for shutting someone up. You can also use alum powder in court work, especially to silence a witness. That is very, very good also. I'm putting in a bit of sulfur, because we really, really want these females to have no interest in him, and vice versa. We need chili. Again, to draw up the heat, to bring, discord between them, that they don't like each other, kind of thing. Okay, I put in some more of this block communication. That'll stop them, being friendly with each other. No, I'm not going to use banish. I've used that on their photographs, except his, of course. You can banish. I don't want to banish him out of the client's life, but of course I want to banish him out of their lives. So, that's why spell work. It depends on how you word it and stuff. You have to be careful. Separation. It's a little mix of separation, bits and pieces. Herbs. I've got dog grass. I don't remember. I could do a video on that at some point. Now I need something sharp. You're going to need like nails or pens or something along the lines of smashed glass. 1 second. Okay, so I have 9 little nails in there. Whoops. I have 8. I need another one. I have 9 now. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is put a little bit of Santa Muerte oil in here as well, it's going to go to the altar of Santa Muerte. A little bit of black salt actually, and a bit of hot foot powder is always a good thing. Let me see. Black salt. That's actually what I'm looking for at the moment. First of all, black salt. There we go. Just a little bit. So this is good for driving out people. I'll put some smashed light bulb in that when I'm finished, and I'll put a bit of cayenne powder in it as well. Let me see. Cayenne powder somewhere here. Yeah. Use whatever you've got. Sorry for the noise. Yeah, I think I'm not going to overdo it too much. So anyway, I'll put some smashed light bulb. I like working with smashed light bulbs. To me, it's very symbolic. A light bulb brings light, and when you basically smash a light bulb, it takes the light out of a situation. So we're going to bring about some darkness, and then that to me is symbolic. And he's not going to want to be around females that make him feel, not great. So it's one of those things that we'll see how things go. When you do something like this, that can bring the person's focus straight round to you again. A bit of love work is also a good, a sweetening jar is also a good way to go forward. If you're going to do it yourself or whatever, that's always a nice little step to take after something like this. To do after this, because it will, like I said, once the females go, his attention is back on you, and you can boost that with a little sweetening jar kind of thing. That is always a good option. Let me see if I have anything else to say. But yeah, black candle on top of this. I'm going to burn a tiny little chime each night, and I'll be shaking this jar up, working it for about 15 minutes every night, 10-15 minutes each night. Sorry, it'll not be every night. It'll be Tuesdays and Saturdays. I'll be working on this, and maybe midweek I'll do a bit of extra work on it. In fact, I will be doing a bit of extra work on it midweek, but a lot of the in-depth work will be on a Tuesday and a Thursday because of the planetary. I've got Mars and I've got Saturn on Saturday, so I'll still light candles on it, but I will work in depth those 2 nights, and probably a night through the week, shaking it up kind of thing. But the candle burning will be every night, probably for 3 weeks, kind of thing. And then I'll deploy that I'd like it to go to a river that's going out of the town. So I'll put it there. rather than take it to a cemetery kind of thing. I think something that's flowing out of the town. That way it takes people away, if you know what I mean. And I don't mean him and them. Uh, like I said, it's all to do with how you word a spell. Be careful as to how you word things. So, with harm to none. And we want just the females to go. We don't want the guy to go. So, you have to be careful as to how you word things. So, it all works that way. So, it's just to let you know that. I'm going to draw some cards, but you'll probably see me in a day or two. But hang on one second. Have this conversation. I think it will come from him, so don't instigate it. Just let him come forward with, everything. I find that when men aren't pushed anyway, I'm not saying you're like that. I'm just saying that when men aren't pushed or hounded, they will be more forthcoming. I find men work that way. I think the less attention a man gets, the more he will chase the woman. It's just the way it works to me anyway. But anyway, I think he will make a good decision. It's with regards to becoming more serious, and it's going to be difficult. Yes, I see that card, but card of the mountain, it will be difficult. But I do feel that basically, I'm going to put these all back in. Sorry, I do feel that there will be a lot of maturing that will happen. So I do think at the minute he's going through a lot of, like I said, guilt trips. So let's see. I have some oracle cards, and then I'll pull out another few of these. I can say 6 months, even though we can't really nail it down to a definite time, but we'll say 6 months anyway. I'm going to shuffle these, so 1 second. Okay, I think you and him will get together. I think you will move out of the area, or I've got the ship and the man. That would signify moving away. He's going to move away, relocate. Heart tells me, I think that really means that you will go with him. I think you will choose a house together. I think you'll both choose a house together, and that will be the home that you will live in. And I think this heart is the center card. That is important. That I think that the relationship will take a new step, and I think things will improve. I did look at a few oracle cards too just before I go. Let's see. Interesting. The first card out is envy. So I think these girls, females, whatever, are envious of what you have. Deceit. Again, it's probably just telling us what we already know. It's linking into the here and now. And then we've got a woman holding a heart. I think that's you. And then we've got the thinking man. That ties in with him going through those guilt trips, I think. I like to cross-reference cards, and I think that's what that's pointing towards. And then we've got the angel of balance. Basically, just telling you to take it easy on yourself. Balance yourself out. Don't stress too much, even though I know it is hard. And you've told me you're really, really, really stressed about it, kind of thing. I understand that. Just take it easy on yourself. Blossoming abundance. And then we've got man holding a coin. So that would make me think he's going to end up with a new job position. That could be what takes you into a different area, a different location, a new job, and he maybe take you with him, kind of thing. And then we've got victory, which is great, followed by caring connections, man and woman together, and happy family, followed by the world. You've got really good cards here, really good cards. So it is. It's like everything else that I say on this channel. Things are within reach. They are within reach. It's just try your best to train your mind not to get into downward slumps, because I think a lot of spell work can fail and flop at the first hurdle because of that. It's important to think positive and see in the mind's eye what you want in your future. I mentioned before in a video that I actually journal, and I've been doing this since I was a teenager. Uh, Basically, I write down what I want to happen in my life and everything I want, and I make corrections as to the negativity in my life, and those everything the corrections, everything happens. It may happen a year, 2 years down the line, but it does happen. It's the law of attraction. I'm a real advocate for the law of attraction. So, I mean, you don't even have to get into it heavily. All I'm asking is to dedicate a few minutes each night, every other night, and see in your mind's eye you and him together and that future that you want. And you live in that future for those few minutes. Just feel feel it, and what does it feel like, and experience all the emotions that goes with it, whatever it may be. If you and him, if you want to be married, see your wedding gown, see your wedding cake, taste your wedding cake, look at your hand, the ring is on your hand, things like that. Make it your own, of course. I feel that is a big, big booster to all spells that I do from this day, and that will catapult it. So there's no time like the present. When you feel down and you feel that those negative thoughts are taking over, switch, replace it with those thoughts of the future and all the positivity that goes with it. Because I've been doing spells for people for such a long time, and I mean, there's situations where I thought this will never ever turn around. In all honesty, there's been a few situations where I thought to myself, no, this will never. The person is just too negative. And then I convinced them to think that way, please replace your thought process with a positive one. And the spell turned out perfect, so it really does help. It really, really helps. So it's just to let you know that. And I better go because I'm at 20 minutes and I'm sure people are fed up listening to me. So if you have any concerns, any questions, come back to me. You have the email address. For everyone else, it's thehouseofmagick@gmail.com. If you've sent me a message, give me a moment and I reply